Hey, what is up, YouTube? Rules for Rebels here. It's Saturday morning. I'm just having my morning coffee here. And last night I had started making a new t-shirt for Amazon merch. It was kind of an idea that just kind of came to me. Um, I was actually just listening to music on YouTube and I heard a Little Dicky song. And for those of you guys who aren't familiar with Little Dicky, he's sort of like a comedian slash rapper. He has the song Save That Money. He's pretty good. Like he's not quite like Weird Al Yankovic, where it's like stupid. I mean, his songs are stupid, but he's also like a good rapper. It's not like completely parody. I actually saw him in concert last winter, and it was actually a pretty good show. I was really impressed. But he has this one song called "The '90s," and it's basically about him farting on the school bus and playing with Pokemons and Ken Griffey Jr. and all these kind of like memorable things from the '90s. And he makes a comment at the end of the video, and he says something about like, I had mad game on AOL Instant Messenger, and I used to tell girls I like you, and I mean, I thought it was kind of funny, and it kind of harkened me back to I remember like sitting in my spare bedroom where we had our computer in the house and like talking to girls on AIM, and I was like, it's kind of a funny thing for a T-shirt, and I figured if I'm kind of nostalgic about that and have kind of funny memories of that, a lot of other guys my age or who grew up in the '90s or who grew up during the AIM era probably think the same thing. So my idea for a T-shirt was to say I have mad AIM game, right? Like AOL Instant Messenger. So I'll show you guys how we're going to do this. So we're going to click more. We're in Canva right now. Canva is an awesome program. I've been using it for a while. It doesn't really matter what size I'm doing because ultimately I'm going to go over here and I'm going to be using Beldisegno. This is my favorite Fiverr designer. I had the designer on my channel a while ago to do an interview. They're actually from Italy, so there's a little bit of a language barrier, which I didn't even know that English wasn't their first language, so no problems at all dealing with them in communications on the site. But they weren't really comfortable coming on and doing like a talking in person interview, so I sent them a list of questions. They answered back, but they've been very good to me. My design work is always turned around very quickly. They do a good job. They don't rake me over the coals on the price. So basically, what I do is I'll typically either just write what my idea is, or if possible, I'll try to mock up an idea. And basically, I'll try to mock up an idea and then send them that kind of mocked up idea. So here's what I came up with. So I found an image of basically a AOL Instant Messenger screen, right? So, and I cleared everything out of here, whatever chat was in here. I put the name Jimmy 1993. Stupid, doesn't really matter. But I thought this was cool because I had a mad AIM game. If you guys remember, if you guys were around during AOL Instant Messaging, there was kind of the thing ASL, age, sex, location. So someone would be like, you know, 16 female Chicago. You know what I mean? It was like one of those things. So I put that because I thought that would make it kind of funny. And I basically, you just upload your images. So that's uploaded. I put that right into here. I actually used Canva to clear out all the other text in here and stuff too. So then we're going to go over to text and we're going to, I'm not really a designer. I don't have an eye for design and what fonts look good and etc. So I'll basically kind of show you how we're going to lay this out. And then I'll show you kind of how I communicate it to my designers. So I'm going to say I had mad, and I never really know, like, should I use all uppercase? Should I use all lowercase? I had mad, and I don't really like this font, and I want it a little bit bigger, so we'll make it 50. And I always just kind of go to this Lolita, or is it Lolita? Yeah, Lolita one. I had mad, and I was debating, do I use like the word aim, like actually spell out aim, or do I just let it be the box? I decided I'm just going to let it be the box. So I had mad, and the icon is basically going to speak for what it is. Aim game. And we'll make this 50 as well. Oops. Shoot, what did I do? 11 to exit full screen. Okay. Let's see. We're going to make that 50. We're going to make it whatever that Lolita something. Okay. So, I mean, right now, I don't really love how this looks, like my layout of everything. I don't feel is like that great. I'm not really happy with my text. Maybe this is too big for the letters, etc. I do want this to be kind of bigger so that you can actually see the ASL. But basically, all I'm going to do, I'm going to save this. Just download and save it. It's going to show up on the save bar right here. And this is really like how simple it can be to make a t-shirt. Like, this isn't going to be a finished design. I could probably upload this to Teespring, but because Amazon has certain like specifications and things like that, they won't let me do that. So I'm going to go over to here, and Beldisegno is my designer. I bought the gig last night. I emailed, I said, look, me and my girlfriend are heading out to see a movie, but I'll send over the details later. Because a lot of sellers, sellers are on a timeline of how quickly they have to deliver your order. So it's not really being a good buyer to buy something and then like not leave details for 2 days, because then you're only leaving them like a day to finish the gig. But I've worked with this person a lot. If they need to deliver early, whatever they can, I trust them that they'll finish the gig up later. So here's what I'm going to say. Hey, my friend, have another t-shirt I would like designed. It's supposed to be funny, playing off AOL Instant Messenger, how when people of my age were kids, we would talk to girls on there. The shirt, I made a mock-up of what I would like the shirt to look like. However, as I don't really have an eye for design, if you would like to change the font, change the font color, or even the layout, please do whatever you feel like will look the best. You have creative freedom. So typically what I would do, not only have I saved the image there, but I'll also typically try to send over this image too, because if I send this whole block, they're going to have to isolate the chat box out of there, whereas if I send the chat box, if the designer's using Photoshop or whatever, they can use their own fonts and just plug that in. So I'm going to pause the video for 1 second. Okay, so I attached 2 files. So the first file I attached is this entire file, like the mockup. And the second file I attached is just this chat box here alone. So I'd like to change to whatever you feel like will look the best. You have creative freedom. I attached 2 files. The file titled I Had Mad is just the overall idea and a mockup. The file titled Jimmy 1993 is the image of the chat box if you need that alone to make your own design. Please let me know if you have any questions. And then, this part won't be relevant for you guys, but if you don't mind, I'll also be using this shirt as a demonstration on my channel of how to create t-shirts and how to come up with designs and get them made. Thanks again, and look forward to seeing the final results. Have a great weekend. And this is a seller who I've worked with a number of times and stuff. That's why I'm a little bit more friendly or personal or whatever. But yeah, basically I would just hit send, and we're essentially done here. This delivery is expected by October 10th, which is 2 days away. I know it's a weekend and there is a time difference with the designer being in Italy, but they always do great work. They're very responsive, and we'll see what off of like this mock-up they come back with. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video letting you guys know, like, by following these steps, what is the final result like. If they send back the final result and I'm like, not really what I had in mind, or I don't like that layout, they typically give you, I forget how many revisions. They typically give you, most designers are pretty friendly and easy to work with and give you a lot of revisions. I mean, don't be a pain in the butt and go back for like 20 revisions. But if you want 1 revision or even 2, hey, could you change the color of this? Hey, could we change that font up a little bit? Most people are very easy to work with. So, making t-shirts is pretty quick and easy. Like I said, I don't actually do the design work myself. I'll just kind of come up with an idea, mock up the idea, then send it over to my designer and let them kind of put it into formation. I have been meaning to learn kind of how to do designs and things like that, but it's just really not my strong suit. One thing you can do if you kind of have an idea, Canva offers all these kind of free templates. So rather than just having like a boring like text and trying to lay out the text to yourself, like look at it. This one says flash sale. But if I were to put this on the screen, I can change this to say whatever I want. So rules for rebels. See, so you can kind of use other people's like existing designs to do your stuff. We got NYC, there's a cool Mexico one. So if you want to use kind of this format and then change up the words, you can do that as well. There's elements you can do, there's layouts. You can do all types of text. There's free backgrounds and paid backgrounds if you want like a picture for a background. They have beaches and things like that. But yeah, Canva, guys, totally free program. It's kind of like Photoshop for idiots like myself, or if you don't really have design skills, but you can use this is a picture you got to pay $1 for. But there's a lot of free options. Some of the premium videos and stuff you got to pay for. But overall, I really like this program. It kind of, for me, somebody who doesn't really have an eye for design, it helps me kind of mock up a layout, which I can then pass over to a Fiverr designer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll make a follow-up video kind of showing the results of this and how it turns out. If you guys have any questions about Canva, Fiverr, t-shirt designs, anything like that, drop them in the comments section below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button below. And I guess that's about it, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing you all in a new video and chatting with you guys in the comments section. And have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later.